Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's me coming back at you again with another vid. Adrian Broner defeats Adrian Granados in a 10-round split decision, and a very, very good contested, great, I should say, very great contested welterweight bout. Now, for those who weren't made aware of this, that this fight was originally scheduled to be take place at 140. Well, due to the fact that Adrian Broner was having trouble making the weight, which is no surprise to anyone, should be no surprise to anyone, I should say. The contract was moved up to 147. So more than likely, which was an indication from Broner's previous fight with Theophane, his days at 140 is over. No question about it. He'll be campaigning at 147. But going in, I was surprised that Broner refused to step on the scale for the official, for the fight night weight. So, and also looking at his body mass, whatever, he looked like he ballooned up to 170 pounds, like 168, 169, maybe 168. He looked like a goddamn borderline super middleweight up to light heavyweight in there against Granados. I mean, look at the size difference, Jesus. But despite that, Granados did seem like he was the bully, not the bully, but he was smothering Broner's punches coming, leaning him up against the ropes whenever Broner, trying to negate Broner for throwing his shots from a distance. But to my surprise, I was surprised to see Granado box the first two rounds because I didn't expect him to do that. He was giving Broner some angles, and he was outlanding him, and he was out punching him. He was quicker than two, in the first two rounds, and I was very, very surprised about that. And he continued the momentum in the third round. Then Broner started to step it up from there. All the rounds were back and forth. But I have to say that Broner did gas out though in the later rounds. At the end, he started to fatigue. He faded, but he started to come on. He started to come on a little strong, or in other words, show some urgency in the last round of the fight. So definitely a good contested, close fight. Judges scored a split decision, but honestly, I felt that Granados won the fight. To be honest with you, because I felt that he was more of the he showed more of the control, aggression, and accuracy than Broner. Because there was times that Broner just took his foot off the gas. So I mean, obviously this is in his hometown. You would expect that Broner would get a decision. Now, I'm not saying it's a robbery. No, it was a very close fight. I think he could have got scored either way. But to me, I felt that Granados won the fight. I really felt that he won it. Now, I do have to address one thing, though, because I find, once again, you guys know what I do. I like to address the double standard series because I've seen other uploaders who are commenting on this, feeling that Broner had got a gift decision over Granados. Now, let's make that clear. First things first, I mean, you could argue in this is his backyard. Yes, it was in Cincinnati. But at the same time, this was no stretch of a robbery. No, 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 no. I think the fight could have gone either way. I just felt that Granados should have gotten a decision, in my opinion. Okay, no stretch of meaning of a robbery. Okay, so I don't know what fight you're watching to suggest that Adrian Broner got a gift decision. Second of all, for those who said that Broner won this fight by a stretch, he fought a very good fight. I don't know what fight you were watching because no way in hell that Adrian Broner fought a very good fight. He struggled in his fight. He fought a good, not saying good, he fought in a competitive fight, but he struggled. Okay, so I have to point out I have to talk to both sides of the aisle right there. For those who are deluded to say that Broner won this fight by overwhelmingly, no, he did not. Okay, it was a very close decision. He got it, but I felt that Granados won it. Now, for those who said that Granados got robbed, no, there was no robbery here. It was just a close fight, period. Okay, but I have to also point out that the same people that are arguing that Broner got a gift decision, these are the same people that argue that Sergey Kovalev got robbed against Andre Ward. Okay, and looking at the punch stats, this should shock all of you. Adrian Granados outthrew Adrian Broner by like almost how many punches? By 200 punches, I think. Roughly around there, yeah, over 200 punches. But guess what? He landed at a much lower connect rate. Okay, and not only that, Broner outlanded Granados by 20 punches. Okay, so let's take you back to the Kovalev Ward fight. Okay, because the Kovalev Ward fight, Kovalev outlanded Ward only by 10 total punches in the fight. Okay, but yet Ward had a higher connect rate. So people there were arguing that Ward got a gift decision. And yet these are the same people that said the Granado got robbed, but yet Granados landed much more lesser connect rate and landed less more shots than Broner, according to punch stats. So there again, there's another double standard I got to point out. But no, I'm not trying to make everything complex here. Okay, I'm just trying to look at things from all different perspectives. All I'm saying is that Granados won the fight, but again, we can't rely too much on CompuBox, okay? Because I don't necessarily agree with these punch stats right here. I felt that Granados landed way more shots than what CompuBox has suggested. Okay, so again, I have to point out to the crowd that was arguing about the Kovalev Ward situation a while back. They were going by punch stats, whatnot, and yet these are the same people who probably seem to neglect the punch stats now when it doesn't suit their narrative to just suggest that Granados got robbed. Oh man, it's funny how this world works, right? It's funny how this all works. But anyways, I know I've been out of the game for at least a couple weeks. I know a couple weeks means like almost a year when it comes to the world of boxing, especially on social media because you're trying to catch up with a lot of things because everything just, stories get put out every minute or every second when it comes to this sport, just like politics. But yeah, needless to say, it was a good fight. I felt Granados should have gotten a decision, but it was a close fight. It could have gone either way. No robbery here. And again, I'm pointing things out from all different perspectives. Okay, so yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think that did you think that Granados should have gotten a decision? Do you feel it was a robbery? Just let me know what your thoughts are. Care to comment, share, subscribe. Signing off. Peace.